What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All the Mods Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So last episode, we hooked up our water wheel. We started working towards making greenhouse brick, I think is what it was. We started looking at these rockhounding machines. Yeah, we're trying to get to the point where we can pump water automatically. We're trying to do this through Extra Utilities 2, which required us to get into Petunia, which required us to get into Forestry. So we got the forestry portion of this all done. We have our brick. We have our camouflage paneling. We need to make this greenhouse block, which is you just put those two together, right? And we'll get 8 of the greenhouse blocks. Yeah, we need these to turn into living rock through Petunia. So the living rock we can use to turn into the smooth stone, whatever stuff that we can turn into stone burnt through Extra Utilities 2 to make the stuff that we need. Anyway, it's kind of like a long, convoluted process. We made some pretty good progress last time, but we didn't have enough time in order to get everything done, so we're going to finish that up today. So there is 8 of our greenhouse block. This has to go around a pure daisy. Yeah, we have to put that around a pure daisy and a petal. We have to make the pure daisy through a petal apothecary. But put it around this thing in order to produce what we're trying to produce, which is the living rock. And then we can take the living rock and, yeah, there was some things like we had to turn it into the living rock brick and turn those into other things. Anyway, so we're at this point right now. So now that we have this, we have to get ourselves the pure daisy. So in order to get the pure daisy, we need 4 petals, and we also need to get ourselves the petal apothecary. I don't even know how one of those is made in this mod pack. Looks like we can use any color petal plus some cobblestone slabs plus some more cobblestone. So that's not really that bad. I was expecting it to require about 400 blocks of iron and other such things. So really what we need to do at this point is go and start looking for Petunia Flowers. Now, thinking about it, I'm not sure if I've seen Petunia Flowers naturally spawned in this mod pack. They might be. I haven't had a chance to really go and look for them. I haven't had a reason to. We might have seen them. Probably what I need to do is just go take our slingshot and do the old jumperoonie here and see if we can find any out here in the wild. Now, if they do spawn in the wild, which I suspect they might, yeah, it's gonna be, you know, like a 1 out of 16 chance or however many colors there are that we find the white ones. And then we need to turn those into petals. It might be that we have to make the, I can't remember what that stuff is called. It's some kind of bone meal through Petunia where you can spawn the flowers. Well, it's becoming nighttime. I'll go back. We'll sleep real quick. I'll probably go explore around a little bit off camera here. See if I can find anything myself instead of, you know, exploring around with you guys. I mean, we've all, well, oh, rip. I'll fix it. We can't leave that like that. Bouncy boots. They're a menace. Fixed. Okay. So that'll grow back. Yeah, anyway, I'll explore around a little bit off camera here. See if I can find any out in the wild. Like I said, I don't remember seeing any of the mystical flowers. And if we have any, we might even have some in this chest over here. Let's take a look real quick. Any mystical flowers? I'm not seeing any. But yeah, like I said, there is a special bone meal you can make from Petunia to spawn those flowers. So we might end up having to do that. We'll have to take a look at that. But anyway, let me go ahead and jump around the base area a little bit here, see if I can find any naturally spawned, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so I was bouncing around the world, and sure enough, I didn't find any of the mystical flowers. I kind of felt like there weren't any in the world, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, I looked in the chest. I didn't see anything in here either. So it does look like we can make this floral fertilizer, but again, the recipe is changed. Right? So this is the new recipe for the floral fertilizer in this mod pack. We need an Infernal Bulb, Verdant Sprig, Petal Dust, and then some kind of a comb from forestry, it looks like. There's another crafting recipe we can do with the mana pool, but we don't have mana. And we need a petal to put through there to get one of those, but we don't have that. So yes, there is pretty much only this one way to do it. So we need the Infernal Bulb, Verdant, Petal Dust, and a comb. So we do have an Infernal Bulb. I was kind of looking at how we got these. Apparently these are dropped when you break Nether Wart. There's like a 1 in 20 chance. So we have Nether Wart down here. Maybe we can get another one to drop just by breaking these. It doesn't look like we got lucky that time. So it might be an idea if you're trying to farm those things to set up a whole lot of nether warts. Now, I don't know if that just drops when you break the small ones or if it is only when they are ready to be harvested. I don't know. So the other thing we need is the Verdant Sprig. We don't have one of those. So that's a problem. So I went to look at how those are made. So Verdant Sprigs are made when you break, according to the wiki, any type of block crop. So pretty much any of these things. So normally we've been right clicking them, which harvests them, but that doesn't that's not breaking them, right? So I think we need to go through and actually tear these up out of the world like so. There's a Verdant Sprig. Nice. So that didn't take very long at all. That was pretty easy to do. Another thing I wanted to do is I noticed that some of these, like this has mostly carrots in it, but then we got beetroot, right? And then we have some wheat. Yeah, none of these are all of the same crop. I kind of wanted to go through and tear these all up and put one crop per one section or two sections for one crop or, you know, whatever. So it gives me a reason to actually go through here and break all these and replant them. So I can go ahead and do that. See, the other thing that we needed for this was this Petal Dust. Now, I seem to remember we had to make this stuff before, and I don't remember why. Was it for a compass? Maybe. But we need that for this Floral Fertilizer. Now, it says, see Runic Tablet for more information. We did make the Runic Tablet before, so I guess I have looked at this. It just feels like it's been forever ago. Ooh, get the little wavy stuff at the bottom. I forgot about that. So we needed... Man, I don't even remember where to find this stuff. Was it under growth powder? Nope. Are we in the wrong section? Natural arts. Verdant. Oh, you know what? This even tells you Infernal Bulbs will drop at a 1 out of 20 chance from grown nether wart. Ah, I didn't even know that this was in this Runic Tablet. So 1 out of 30 chance for harvesting fully grown crops of all kinds, right? So Dragon's Eye, you can get that from the stuff in the end. Yeah, the chorus flowers. Okay. So let's go back here. Growth powder. This is not what we want. Rooty stew. That's not what we want. Healing stuff. I thought there was a way that we could find what I was looking for here. Is it this stuff? Okay, yeah. Petal Dust. So we need a poppy plus a red mushroom plus raw beef. And I think you have to put in one of the old roots in order to make this work, if I remember correctly. But anyway, we've made one of this before. I'll go ahead and make another one of those. Let me go ahead and just get the stuff all together that we need to make this Floral Fertilizer, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, the last thing that we need that we haven't really done anything with in this series of videos is we need to get ourselves a comb. Now, there is a forestry house right here, and in fact, they might even have a comb in it. I don't remember. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, we got combs right here that we can use. And none in that one. Okay. I think there's even... I think there's a chest in here that has combs. Yeah, we could use any of these. But otherwise, if you don't have a village nearby, the way you get that is by making one of these scoops. The scoops are pretty inexpensive. It's just some wool and then some sticks, right? So you can get a scoop. All you got to do is left click like you're mining a hive. You get a pretty high chance of getting a comb from these things and potentially get stung, and you get some bees out of it too. Yeah, so I got stung right there. We got a bee, got a queen, we got a drone, and we did get a comb here. Get me out of here. There we go. All right, so we ended up getting a forest princess, a forest drone, and we did get ourselves a honeycomb. So that's the other way to get it. So now we should have all the parts ready to go in order to make this floral powder. I do believe when you click that stuff on the ground, you get up to 5 flowers per click. So I want to make sure we get the maximum amount of flowers that we can, since we only get 16 of this stuff. Yeah, so let's see what we can do out here. In fact, I should probably just go and sleep till daytime. I don't know if day or night has any effect on the amount of flowers that you get or whatever. I'd rather not waste this stuff, just because getting that Infernal Bulb is going to be a pain. So anyway, let's go over here. We'll right click like this. Okay, we only got 3 flowers. We did not even get a white one. Unfortunately, the white ones are the ones that we need. Well, there's one white one. That'll give us, I think, 2 petals. Yeah, that gives you 2. I also think you can plant these and then bone meal them and grow them into like the tall flowers, and you can get even more petals from them. I can't remember how that works. Let's bone meal more. Oh, okay, cool. We got another one here. Let's see. A couple orange and some blues. I guess you only get like up to 4. Maybe it's not 5. Oh, that one gave us 5. Okay. Well, anyway, you guys get the idea. I'll take one of these other ones that we have a lot of, like these. Mystical Cyan. So if you take those, I think you can right click them on the ground. Yeah, so you can right click these on the ground, and I think you have to bone meal them. They'll grow into like the tall flowers, and then you can turn those into 4 petals each. I want to make sure I do this with something that I don't care about right now, because I do want to make sure I get plenty of the white ones so we don't have to keep spamming that bone meal stuff. So let me just do this real quick. We'll check this out together. Pretty sure this is how it works, but it's been a minute since I've tried. So right click, right click. If you break it, you don't get it back. Maybe you have to use shears on it. Maybe that's the catch. Let me try with shears real quick. Hopefully the shears recipe isn't changed. We can just use 2 iron. That should be fine. Okay, let's try shearing these. That might be the one catch that we have to do. Okay, so we can shear it. We get it back. The tall mystical cyan. Yeah, and then it turns into 4. So you can get more petals that way. So I guess we should probably do that with the white ones before I take all 4 of those white petals that we'll get from the 2 flowers. Yeah, I should probably do that before we turn those into the petal apothecary. In fact, didn't we need like 5? I guess it doesn't have to be white, so we could use any of these petals that we just got for that. Let me put more of this stuff away like so. Oh, not you. Yeah, we might need these other colors in the future, so I don't want to get rid of them just yet. Okay. So we'll take 2 of those. I'll keep 1 white flower in case we need that for something. I don't know. We might need that. So we should be able to take those over here, plant them. Do this and this, that and that. And now we get a whole lot more petals, right? So pretty easy. Then we can take those and then duplicate those even further. All right, ran out of bone meal, but that's fine. I don't think these things grow on their own. Like, I don't think if you leave them down there, they will ever grow. I think you have to bone meal them in order for anything to work. All right, so there is 23 of those mystical white petals. So that's pretty painless to do. All right, so now that we got the white flowers ready to go, we need to make ourselves the petal apothecary. So that is the flower, some cobblestone. We'll grab some of that. We need cobblestone slabs. And one of these. And there we go. Awesome. All right, so there's our petal apothecary. So now we have the white petals. We have the petal apothecary. We do need 1 wheat seed, I do believe. We turn those back into cobblestone. Nice. So we'll put this out here for now. We need a bucket of water in there. All right, so we can we can just queue in 4 of those. And then a seed. And there's our pure daisy. All right, so now we're making progress here. And we place that down with the greenhouse block around it. Easy. So after about a minute, that should turn into the living rock, and then we can proceed. All right, guys, so just a few seconds later, these went ahead and they turned into our living rock here. So that's pretty awesome. So you can just go ahead and mine those up. You can just mine those up like so, and then we can go ahead and turn these into the next step here. So if we turn these into the living rock brick, and we turn the living rock brick into chiseled living rock, and we turn those into polished stone. Wait a second, 4 of those turn into 1 polished stone? Uh-oh. Okay, hold on a second here. So 4 of those turned into 2 polished stone. Now, we were trying to make enough polished stone in order to make stone burnt so we can make our thing here. So let's take a look at this real quick. So I wanted to make the GP producing solar panels, these. So we can make one recipe of those. We'll get 3, which gives us a total of 3 GP total during the daylight. In order to make stone burnt though, what does it require? I think it requires 8 GP per tick. So we have to do that recipe 3 times. So we need 6. We were only a third of the way there. Okay, so that means we need to make ourselves a lot more of the greenhouse brick that we were making before. Yeah, so that means we need to make more biomass, which we already have. Okay, so that's fine. We have this. We need the dyes that go in here. Now, you know, I kind of went back and I looked at this video from last time. I noticed that it didn't even use any of the lapis. Like, that's part of the recipe, but it didn't use any. And then I put in like 4 red dye and I used the 4 red dye. And then I put in the 4 yellow and I used the 4 yellow. So it doesn't have to be the different colors and it doesn't appear to have to use the lapis, which I think is kind of weird. Let's give this a little bit of a go here and see what we can come up with. Let me grab some more of our bones that we had. Where are the bones? Over here? All right, so we'll take our stuff, our bone meal here. Let's bone meal some of these tall rose bushes. We get extra rose bushes. We can take those and then turn those into red dye. Okay, so there's 24 red dye. Now I'm curious if that is the case, that we don't actually have to try all those other dyes. We can just use red dye only in here. So let's try this. So there's a total of 8 red dye, and then we need this stuff. Biomass, that recipe looks correct, but it's not doing anything. Why? Because we don't have the ash in there. Because we don't have the ash in there. You know what? I did not smelt down the rest of that stuff the last time, did I? No, we only smelted down the 2 because I thought that's all we were going to need. But yeah, we need more peat so we can smelt down into the ash. What did I do with the peat? Did I put it in this chest? There it is. All right, so there it, well, you know what? I think we're going to need 4 of those. But for right now, I only want to smelt down 1 so we can see that happen. So yeah, let's wait for one of these to smelt down real quick. We'll take the ash over there and just verify if it's just going to work with 4 red dye instead of like the 2 different kinds and the lapis. Well, I guess that'd be 3 different types of dye, wouldn't it? All right, let me bounce over there. Oh, don't go too far. Monster's going to kill me. Okay, we're fine. All right, so ash in here. Yeah, okay, so it is working with just red dye plus ash. And is it only going to use 4? Oh, it used 6. Okay, so it does use red dye for all of the different dyes. So you don't need the lapis, you don't need the yellow. All right, I think that's perfectly acceptable to me. So I'll go ahead and make up a few more recipes of that. We'll try and get some more of the greenhouse blocks made. I will turn those into the living rock. We'll turn that into the smooth stone. And maybe eventually we'll be able to use extra utilities to pump some water here. Anyway, let me get to it and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. So I went ahead and I got all the stuff taken care of to make 4 more of these polished stones. My goodness. All right, so we got that done. We have a lot more clay dug up. Yeah, we got some in reserve here for when we need to make more of these. I assume we'll have to make more of these in the future. So we wanted to make ourselves some of the solar panels. So the solar panels, if I remember correctly, were 3 of these, and then we needed some lapis. I think it was 9 of those, and then was it some redstone on top of that? I can't remember. Let me take a look at this recipe. Nope, that's all we needed. So there is 9 solar panels. So now with these 9 solar panels, we should be able to put them outside somewhere where they can get sun. Where do we want to put those? Somewhere that's kind of like not in the way. I guess right here should be fine. There we go. So those, every time it's daylight, will make 9 GP. So that's pretty awesome. So we can put our resonator pretty much anywhere we want to. We're running out of room. I got to figure out where we're going to start putting stuff permanently. But for right now, I guess we can just kind of stick this right here. Sure, why not? So in order to make the upgrade, what do we want? We want the upgrade mining. So we need to get an upgrade base, which is a weighted pressure plate put through the resonator. So weighted pressure plate is 2 gold ingots, and we so happen to have 2 gold ingots right here. So there's a weighted pressure plate resonator with that in there. It's doing the thing. We needed 8 GP to run this. We have 9 GP available. So we could speed something up using a speed upgrade. Does this use 1 GP? Oh, this says power penalty of plus 10 GP. Wow. Okay. So we're probably going to want to take our solar panels and start working on making some water mills so we can, yeah, start making extra GP to run things like that. Yeah, that's more stone burn. And each one of those is a polished stone. Is there really no better way to make this stuff? No, that is just the way. Wow. Okay. So that's going to take a little bit of time to get all that stuff done. But first of all, let's just go ahead and get this going here. So golden pickaxe. Yes, we need more gold. Unfortunately, I don't have more here. So we have to take our gold, come down here. Actually, hold on a second. Uses. Was there a way that we could put that through a smeltery? I can't remember now. Does not look like it. Crystallization, alloy smelter. We could smelt it in the alloy smelter. Yeah, I think we have to melt it down. Wait, hold on a second. Go back. Wait. Pressing the wrong buttons. Uses. So here, furnace. But that's disabled. Okay, yeah. We can't do that. I think we do have to melt this thing down in this whole crazy setup like we've been doing before. But instead of going into our mixer centrifuge, we just go straight into our stamper base and have that thing make ingots. Okay, well, let me go ahead and get that done real quick. We'll make those ingots. We'll make our golden pickaxe. We'll make our mining upgrade. And then we'll be able to hopefully pump water. If not, we'll be working on making some water mills. Be right back. All right, guys, so we are ready to go to make ourselves this upgrade. So the upgrade base plus a golden pickaxe, and there we go, upgrade mining. So this allows mining a cobblestone and pumping of water. So we can use this as a cobblestone generator or as a way to pump water. So we're using it for water purposes. Yeah, I'm not sure, like I said, if we are going to be able to do this because it said plus 10 GP and we are only making plus 9. We might have to work on making some water mills and other sorts of ways to make more GP. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, I think we need to put water into this one and to this one, right? So let's start over here and then we can run some pipes over there in a little while if this does work, depending. Okay, so I think probably do want a block here so we can place the transfer node like this, right? Then we're gonna want water on one side, water on the other, so we can make an infinite source. Is there water nearby here? I think well, there's a lake right here. All right, so we'll grab some of this water and we'll make an infinite source. There we go. So now if we put this in here, are we gonna get water? Hey, we are getting water. Max upgrades 1. Power penalty plus 10. You know, it does say 10 out of 9, but it was still pumping the water. So I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. So let's put the transfer pipe right there. So that should start filling this full of water. Yeah, it looks like everything's working correctly. I don't know why it's working with 10 GP out of 9, but it is. So we're going to go with it. We're not going to question it. It just works. So there is a way to get water into that one. And then we need to take this transfer pipe and have it go into this one as well. But, you know, having it go into this one, yeah, that's definitely what we needed to do. I would feel a lot better if we had more GP being made. Yeah, unfortunately, this is not going to work. Each one of these only produces 1. It only works during the daytime as well. So at nighttime, we won't be able to produce water. I still don't know why it's working when it says it requires 10, but we're only making 9. Anyway, so let's look at making ourselves probably some water mills. So each water mill does require 6 stone burnt, which requires, yeah, polished stone each. That is a lot of clay. I need to get myself a stupid amount of clay. That's like the hardest part of this whole operation. I mean, doing the biomass and all that stuff over there so we can make these, was it the greenhouse stone or whatever? That isn't so bad. But yeah, it's all the clay that goes into it that's really the pain. Anyway, I need to get myself a lot of clay, turn into a lot of brick so we can make a lot of that stuff. Let me get to it, and then we'll look at making some water mills so we can make all of the GP. Anyway, we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so the last of the living rock just got made here, so we can turn this all into the chiseled and then into the polished stone. So there we go. There is 6 polished stones. So now we need to run that through our resonator over here. So our resonator, if we click on here, it says the grid is overloaded. It will not work. Yes, because we have that upgrade over here in our liquid transfer node that's using 10 out of 9 GP. Yeah, we can't do that. That is a weird looking zombie. That is one of these guys. Now I've been killing these guys. I've been dropping like some weird parts. Yeah, I'm gonna drop something too. What is that? That is a neutral contextualizer. Automatically switch to the right tool. That sounds pretty cool. I don't know anything about this mod, where those guys come from. So what were we doing over here? We were coming over here to take the thing out of here. There we go. So now we're not using that extra GP. Our resonator should be resonating as it should. Yeah, it should be just going over here. Let's take a look, make sure everything's going correctly. Yes. Okay, so this is now resonating into the stone burnt. So we're going to end up making these water mills. So we have to make these redstone gears, which is some kind of a plank plus redstone torches. Well, that's pretty easy to do. So we just need to get ourselves, I think it's just 8 redstone, right? 8 redstone. We'll make a couple extra dust, a few extra dust anyway. So we need 8 sticks. And we can just go ahead and turn those into the redstone torches like so. Now, do we have any planks in here? I'm not sure about that. Yes, we do. Okay, so we can make our thingies. Whoops, I did that incorrectly. There we go. There's that, and this. And there is our redstone gears. Now, the water also requires this resonating thing. All right, so now we just got to wait for the resonator to finish, and it is done. Perfect. And there is a water mill. All right, so now we got some stuff going on here. This should provide a decent amount of GP. Now, the water mills take up some space, and they require flowing water, which is, yeah, it's a sound I don't care to listen to. So we'll put it like further away from the base from where we normally are. I guess over here is going to be perfect. So yeah, we need flowing water on 4 sides of it. So a good way to do this is place that down, and then we can put a source block of water on opposite corners, right? So you put a source block of water here, we got flowing water here and flowing water here. It is flowing all the way around, but this produces power based on the size of the flowing water. So the further away the water is, the lower the level, the less GP this makes. So this is currently making 23, or this is making 14 GP, which is pretty good. Now, if we put another source block right here, we are currently making 16. So yeah, it's a little bit better doing it like that. So yeah, that is what we want. So now we can add in another water mill here on either side that'll share some of these source blocks of water. We can keep doing that over and over again. Those things are expensive though. I do have bricks ready to go for another one. I'll probably end up making another one of these water mills. But yeah, now we should be able to have enough GP to run our water pump and enough GP to run our resonator. So that's pretty awesome. Now we don't have to worry about running over here, taking the upgrade out, running back over there, doing the thing. Yeah, we can just leave that right here, always producing water. So that's pretty nice. I like it. All right, guys. Well, we didn't get into the rockhounding stuff today. We got into a lot of the extra utility stuff, the Petunia stuff. These are things that need to be done anyway in order for us to progress. So I'm pretty happy with what we got going on here for today. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.